Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well, having a great day, night, you know, whatever it is for you, wherever you are. And right now it's live, because that's the only time you could be watching this, so, you know, now. Hey Gray, first off the mark tonight, welcome, welcome. Hey Escape the Mind Productions, hey, thank you for the sub, much appreciated. Yeah, I definitely love Witcher myself. Cool, I'll definitely come by and hang out in your Horizon stream later if you're still going once I get off. And much appreciated for the sub. Thank you, thank you. Hey Buffy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. looks like we got most of the usual weeknight crew here. Unless we get Sassy in, which I'm not sure if she'll be in or not. And then Mongoose. Thursdays he's almost always here nowadays. I'm not sure if he'll be here on Tuesdays. It's hit and miss because he does have to work the next day. And he works stupid o'clock early, so can't fault him for not being here if he's not. But anyway, how is everybody today? Having a good day so far? Hopefully. Just looking at something over here for a second. But anyway, yeah, ready to get back to some Witcher action after Saturday. Hopefully everybody else is too. We got quite a bit done on Saturday, but I had some stuff to do, so I couldn't keep pushing on, unfortunately. New puppies keeping you on your toes. Well, they are good at that. They do tend to keep us on our toes. They're like kids, basically. Your day was weird, lots of strange things. I can't say that mine was, I don't know, I mean, it was different, but it was just obnoxious more than anything else, I think, would be the way to phrase it. But anyway, yeah, so I think it's about time to press on with some game. It does bum me out that the expansions don't give us Dandelion recaps. I mean, they really easily could. So what strangeness was afoot for you, Buffy? Everyone has wine in Toussaint. Which makes sense. Eight measures, yeah, we don't really need to read that. May as well loot around his tomb a little bit. Where the children toil, toys waste away. Find the boot black who appeared in the vision. Alright. So first things first, let's leave Regis's tomb shall. The dead are often buried with some goodies. Which kind of was the thing back then, but they don't need them. Watch it be like ashes or something. Not quite, but not much more desirable either. E. Alright, fine. Oh, that's right. Forgot exactly where the exit was. We haven't always gotten to use the front door there. Just random things, access is granted to programs, but the info not there. Ah, yes, that kind of nonsense. I know how that goes. Ran right by the fence post, signpost, whatever it is. Not paying attention. Reposition myself here. I need to meditate before I forget. Alright, first things first, I don't think we're going to continue on the main quest at the moment, because, you know, a bunch of other crap to do first. Doesn't have to be done first, but an issue in one program randomly fixing and breaking itself. Okay, well, that's a super annoying, and yeah, I think we can all relate to that kind of BS happening. Unfortunately. We'll do a contract. We could use some money. That much I do know. Let's see if that happens. Sorry, I can't seem to get comfortable tonight. Sorry about all the fidgeting. I guess we'll just travel there from our house then. And while we're there, we can take a nap. Then get our buffs on. Interestingly enough, the game still won't sync with the GOG Galaxy or the launcher for the saving. For the cloud sync. Don't know why. Keep saying it's due to high demand and it'll do it next time, but you know, it's been saying that for a little bit. Get to 8 AM. On the plus side, you finished all your required training courses, 8 years in a row of doing the same sexual harassment course. You barely even read the questions anymore. Yep, I've had jobs that way where it's, you know, always the same thing. It's like, yep, I know it, yep, I know it, yep, I know it. I don't even have to pay attention to any of this anymore because I've done it so many years in a row, I already know the answers. But I recite the test. Most of it's also, in my opinion, common sense. If you adhere to my personal golden rule of just, you know, don't be a fucking dickbag, you know, you're generally going to be in the clear on not sexually harassing anyone or, you know, doing anything else inappropriate at work. Unless you work with some really uptight people, in which case, fuck them, they need to lighten up. Not that I have any opinions on this at all. Lost my train of thought. I was trying to run to both things at the same time, because I was talking. If you weren't such a harasser. Hey, we are what we are. You work from home and you have to take a workplace violence training at your job. Huh. That one boggles the mind. Escape. I mean, I get it. They just make everyone take it, but that's goes beyond ridiculous. Like, I can see having to take the sexual harassment even though you work from home, because I assume you probably virtually interact with other coworkers and stuff, so it could play, but you can't actually harm anyone else other than yourself, which would be more of a self-harm course other than a workplace violence, but, you know. Leopard can't change his spots. Nonsense, you can dye that stuff. Perhaps your cat will beat you up. He looks at me funny. I mean, that would be a cat thing to do. They do plot our dooms while we're, you know, not paying attention. I'm sure of this. Yeah, if you'll pay me to do it, I'll do it. Don't get me wrong. It's just sometimes it just seems fairly outrageous, but then I'm not saying that the training itself is in general outrageous. I mean, because sadly some people need to be taught these things, but once you've done it year after year, it gets a little redundant, repetitive. Then yeah, back to your point, you work alone, so it really is actually pointless. Ah, that wasn't the one I wanted to target with the bomb. It's that one. One of these two, anyway. Ah. Trying to be more mindful of using my bombs now that I've got the Manticore armor that buffs them. Ah! Alright, fine. Yeah, now shoot me with more poison, see how it goes for you. Heal me, go ahead. that's not gonna do it. Poison me. Or don't. Of course, now that I want them to shoot me with poison, they're not. There we go. Because I put on Golden Oriole, so the poison will actually heal me. If you're wondering why I'm saying ridiculous things like poison me, so it'll heal me. It actually makes logical sense. I do hate those things. Like, not because they're hard, they're just kind of they're annoying pain. More than anything. Well, and they can be difficult too, if you don't know how to fight them.
Looks like an Archospore killed him.
It does indeed look like an Archospore killed him. Corporate America, they try. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like a lot of things in life, damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, you know. Yes, they're paying a lot of money to most people that don't need it and kind of a waste, but at the same time, if they don't, then God knows how much money they're paying out in lawsuits and everything else because they didn't train their people, etc. So it's... Okay, well, where's the treasure? Some of this over here somewhere. There it is. Why can't it ever just be the treasure? Why does it always have to be a key in a letter?
And a key in a place like this ought to be interesting.
Read these orders carefully, for I will not tolerate any blunders. Report to the agreed-upon location tomorrow and collect the next delivery of seedlings. We must intensify our efforts to infest Vermentino. Be at pains to arrive on time, for the team from the other vineyard will be waiting. C. P.S. Do not forget the key. Okay, so somebody is... same person's trying to...
sabotaging operations at Vermentino, but the letter doesn't say who. Need to keep looking. Could still find out.
Guess I should have let Geralt do his Detective Noir thing. That'll never stop being funny ever since Mongoose said that the other week. Did he say that he got his PS5? I have not said it on this stream yet that my PS5 came, but indeed it did come on Sunday. And she's also correct, I have not yet had a chance to set it up, because... things. But Gray I told specifically, then, yeah, but yes. Because of things I have not yet had time to do much other than take it out of the box. Also, Geralt seems very quiet to me tonight. Don't know if it's me. Let's see if that improves it. Alright, so where are we searching for? Alright, well... I guess... we'll go to this one first. Actually, no, I'm gonna go to this one first, because that might discover a fence post for us if I kind of detour up here, and at least from here to there I can travel from the tourney grounds, which isn't that bad. If I go down there first, then I'm forced... yeah, anyway. There's a method to my madness. There usually is, whether or not I can articulate it. It's an entirely separate issue. And or whether or not anyone actually agrees with my logic is a separate issue as well. But, you know, in my mind, there's pretty much always a method to my madness. Yes, you were telling me to try out the demo game to test out its features yesterday, in fact. Thank you, Escape, much appreciated. Don't worry, my madness is well articulated. I didn't say my madness is well articulated, I said there's method to it. Whether or not I can articulate it is an entirely separate issue. It's often not well articulated. Sometimes it's well articulated.
Not so fast, Roach.
Then people just don't understand.
I work up to Machina and Consorting.
But yes, I am lucky she didn't listen when I told her she didn't need to worry about it anymore because I thought it was broken, and then she refreshed and managed to be able to order one. That was a good thing. Alright, get off, Roach. On the notice board. There we go. Now I got the marker. Gonna hit the message board while we're here, just to get it taken care of. What am I looking to play on it? You've held out because you don't know what games would be worth it. Excellent question, to which I surprisingly have a very deliberate and specific answer. I got it specifically because Forbidden West is coming out, which to some may sound ridiculous, but, well, the only person that needed to agree with me was my wife, and she didn't need any convincing, she got it. So Horizon Zero Dawn's my favorite game of all time, like, by a lot, for all kinds of reasons. Like, there are other games that I think do other, you know, specific things better, or I might like for, but it's my favorite game of all time. And when I was basically like, I'm gonna hold off on a PS5 until Forbidden West is coming out, just because, you know, I can wait for anything else, and then shortly thereafter, it's coming out this year. Well, okay, since they're impossible to get, I should probably start trying to get it now so I can have one for launch, because I intend to start streaming it the instant I have it downloaded, installed, and can on release. So, I figured it would take me months to actually be able to get one, you know, months of trying like it did when I needed my GPU or my CPU or anything tech-related these days, or, you know, I had to, like, take random breaks from work and go snipe sites, and hopefully I got it. We got lucky this time, so now I have it before the game's out, which is all fine and good. Now I can kind of get streaming on it set up and everything and have some time. So I also need to get Horizon Zero Dawn up on my stream, which is going to be the next game after either Witcher 3 or Doom Eternal is finished for the streaming rotation. I'm assuming Doom will finish first. And then it'll go into Horizon Zero Dawn, so hopefully I can get that wrapped up before Forbidden West comes out. Oh, there's absolutely a reason that kind of game's called a system seller, and it is. Especially when my non-gaming wife, and when I say non-gaming, she does not game, doesn't play them whatsoever, thinks it's important enough, because she liked the game so much that she also probably doesn't want to wait for Forbidden West, and she wants the story, and actually she even said she's going to watch me stream it again, even though she watched the full playthrough the first time, even though I wasn't streaming at the time, because she liked it so much. So that right there says a lot about the quality of the game, when the non-gaming spouse is super into the game and to that level. I mean, she's also a very supportive spouse, don't get me wrong, but I mean, still, it says a lot about the game, you know, and its quality. Caution, knights are on. Virtuous knights are on. I respect you as much as anyone in Toussaint, but please stop attacking windmills. They haven't wronged you in any way, and because your view shenanigans or maintenance expenses have increased many times over. I warn you, if you don't stop attacking windmills, I will be forced to lodge an official complaint with Her Illustrious Highness. Sincerely, Antoine Liss. Oh, that's funny as hell. Wine or poison? A friend of mine had some wine from the Coronato vineyard. Afterwards, his stomach ached for the whole day, and he puked like some rainbow-spurting fountain. An inevitable questions got to be posed. Should Coronato wine bottles be labeled wine or poison, which would make you die a slow and painful death? A concerned friend. Ladies, keep an eye on your men. Consider yourselves warned. At the top of Link's Crag dwells a witch who muddles with menfolk's mind. I don't know what sorcery the trollop uses, but ever since my husband visited her, he's changed beyond recognition. Beware of the witch of Link's Crag, a concerned wife. In what way has he changed? Need an herbalist? I can cure the sick and uplift the downhearted. Is it love you seek? I can help you find it. Or do you need love buried? That can be arranged. Your heart's captured tormenting you, your heart can be changed. Troubling with your neighbor? Okay, whatever. Needed master magicker. I need a hard-hined man who won't spill his sphincter at the sight of sorcery and can give a witch a good fecking hiding if it comes to it. You'll find me chopping wood near Fox Hollow. My name's Jacob, and chopping wood's what I do. All you poop for brains feckers who think you're jesters, I'm warning you, jesting's over. Jacob Woodcutter of Fox Hollow. Thinking he's gonna crack skulls if somebody comes to mess with him again. I tell fairy tales. For a modest fee, I'll visit your home and tell a story about anything you request. I know how to amuse children, but I can also spin yarns to entertain adults. Invite me and you shall see listening to a good story can make your life's hardships easier to bear. Arcadius. Alright. Cool. Now we've hit the message board. Go on to where we were going. Come on, Roach. The only game your non-gaming wife was wanting to watch she played was Quantum Break. I'm not even familiar with that game. Which doesn't mean anything other than I'm not familiar with it, but... okay. So, going to that one. Okay. Let's solve all the problems. Okay. It's not giving me the most obvious way to go. Let's make sure I'm pointed in the right general direction once I'm out of the town area and can tell. I am. Actually, that's an easy way to do it. Since sometimes it doesn't like to do that. You also really like ACO? Yes, you did very much like ACO. You also very much liked God of War. Now I could start a problem on Saturday and say they don't really care for Fallout except for Graham's Meat Week. I don't care that you don't care for Fallout. Fallout, especially specifically 76, I mean, doesn't, for just a watching, for someone who doesn't play it or anything, it doesn't have that much to offer. Because it's, I mean, it doesn't have much in the way of story. I mean, yes, there is, but nothing, you know. Hell, I don't even like watching it all that much. In and of itself. Damn it. Yeah, see, that's the only reason they're annoying is you end up getting stunned by them a lot and it just makes them take longer to kill than they should. They're not really hard. The Saturday crew does all like Fallout, but I don't think anybody would care if you said you don't like watching it.
down my thumb furrow.
You brought peace, and somehow even made our ladies more eager. 1,000 thanks, white one.
The peace made their ladies more eager, apparently. That's strange. Don't know what to say about that, other than that. A letter from Augustine Tunnele. Ladisless. They've robbed the barrels from our storehouse. We must prepare a new batch and quickly, efficiently. Read your instructions carefully. Chop down 8 chestnuts. Prepare planks from them as quickly as you can and send the planks to be lied. Then find 12 Asiasis, whatever. Chop them down and remove the bark. We'll apply finish to the chestnuts as soon as they're back from leaching. Don't let any lads go to work alone. Send them out in 2s at least. I've heard those voracious yellow plants are liable to sprout up anywhere. They're a true bane, so be careful. Augustine Cooper. Okay.
Rossi, you're all right. You wear my ring when you hold me tight. Rossi, that's my thing.
Wasn't the best rhyme out there, but, you know, something. He was trying.
If careful, draft horse will talk without some carrot to move.
There it is. Alright, on to the next one. Acacias, I think is how that's pronounced. Acacias, okay, you're probably right. For whatever reason, I was obviously very much struggling with it. I'll get those on the way back. I'll get that one on the way there, though. Come on, Roach. And my sword is broken again. They like to break a lot. What was it? 50? Alright. There we go. Hang on a second. There we go. Or there is also acai berry, and that thing is a nightmare to pronounce. Acai is easy, unless I'm pronouncing it wrong. Which is possible. As far as I know, it's acai, but I mean...
Come on, Roach.
Wouldn't be the first time I was wrong about something. Particularly how to pronounce something. Okay, rock troll. Alright. Wolves, really? You're like a secondary nuisance. Why are you here? Be a nuisance, I mean, that's really all you ever are, but... God's sakes. There we go. Just die. It's happening anyway. Stop making it take a long time and being annoying about it. God almighty. Not gonna bother picking it all up. Alright, I just want to replenish my bombs and potions. Rock Troll's pesky, won't let me. There we go. Alright. Is Rock Troll an ogrid? Pretty sure. Ogroid, rather. Yes. ogroid oil rather. Now I'm gonna keep saying it the wrong way. There we go. Hi. Greetings and salutations. How far art thou? I will not give you my life. Why would I do that? That worked, just blitz attack him and don't let up. Dude, I had a lot of money on him. Rag scrap with writing on it. It's a lot that he wrote on that scrap of rag. Killing it with fire was definitely the way to go. Or it's the way I went anyway. Notes written in blood on a scrap of fabric. On this scrap, rent from my own garment, using my own blood and a fragment of bone from some unknown creature, I write a summary of my sad tale, for I shall surely perish forthwith. Perhaps one day a barge shall happen upon it and compose it from a bile to squeeze tears from the most pitiless miser. Some time ago I spied a monster roaming in proximity to my estate. Upon further investigation I learned it was a she-troll descended from the Gorgon Hills. I thus scraped together a few crowns and went to the Camerlingo to request he hire a knight-errant to slay the monstrosity. Yet as I was making this journey, said she-troll sprang out of the bushes, knelt down by my horse, and professed something in the garbled speech of trolls that I took to mean she had chosen me as her beau. Since it is most ill-bred to be rude to a lady, even a most monstrous one, I declined her politely and was ready to be on my way when she tossed a sack over me, tucked me under her arm, and carried me here to this clearing. She locked me in a cage and stared at me for hours, sending creeping shivers down my spine. So now I slowly starve to death, for while she gives me clear water to drink, my only food is the soup that she-troll spends all day brewing, a foul concoction of reeking carrion and onion. I would rather perish than put that slurry to my lips. And perish she seems to have. Poor dude. Oh man, she's leaving you hanging, Gray. I mean, I'm sure she'll, you know, come through in the end whenever she sees it, but... we'll get this one since it's right over here. It's close enough, there's no point in calling Roach. Geralt. That was something that you should not have had a trouble running up. Just saying, buddy.
This shall drag on too long.
Did they say ooh la la in like a girly voice, or was that me? Haha. He just said I gave him the hiccups. How did I get that guy way over there? Suddenly getting a lot of good dismembers. Don't know why I enunciated that funny. That was a good beheading too. And that's a keeper. To potentially make it into something at some future date. Or sit to folder never used. It could go either way. Some I use, some I don't. Carlo sending you another batch of hayseeds with big dreams of banditry. I like the word banditry. Train them well as only you can and send me the tough ones. Drown the others in the pond. Loth. That's harsh. I mean, Guess I shouldn't expect a whole hell of a lot different from bandits, but... That's just an explosive one. Oh. Another good amount of money. Codex of Loth Half-Breeds Haunts. We're chained dogs and russet sacks forced to stare into the manners of the rich and wrought with jealousy. We toil in their fields for a few pathetic crowns. We've not got a great war nor no great tragedies. Our great war is fought against ourselves. Our great tragedy is our banal existence. Our elders raised us to believe one day we will throw off our weighty burden, but that shall never happen. Slowly we come to realize this, and that has us rip-roaring with rage. Lothsan says those who join something in return. It shows them that without pain, without sacrifice, the Hants would achieve nothing, that by joining its ranks they will get what they have always desired. But to grasp this, they must be ready to fight for their lives, because when you come here for the first time, you must fight. Okay, Fight Club. So he got tired of being poor and started a gang. In a nutshell. Alrighty. And on to the next. Fire, sir, is putting dishes in the dishwasher. It's a worthy reason to leave him hanging for a couple of minutes. To quote Space Jam soundtrack, whoop, there it is, even more fire. First rule of Fight Club, kill it with fire. No, wait. That's the first rule of Club Buffy Yogurt. That just sounds bad. It's definitely the motto of my channel for this game anyway. I mean, it extends into others, it's just not so readily available to kill everything with fire in everything other game, because, you know... I currently don't have any powers that spew fire in Valhalla, and... Doom, I do have Flame Belch, but, you know, it's situational and doesn't usually kill things. So it's harder to go the straight up kill it with fire route. Now if Doom gave me a flamethrower, then I could shout kill it with fire all the time and it actually like fit. I was gonna say, is there another one or not? Where is he? First rule of Fire Club.
I owe you my life.
Buffy Yogurt sounds like a probiotic marketed to weightlifters.
Dubbed Geralt. Geralt of Rivia.
There are worse associations, I suppose.
The scallywags sought to demolish our herb garden, you see. I thought, I shall take a hammer, scare the rabble off, but to my great chagrin, there were too many and I failed. There's no use crying over spilt wine. Come with me to Vermentino. I'll patch up your armor or pound the anvil to fulfill some other need you might have.
Cool.
Fine, lead the way.
So I'm sure something's about to break again. I haven't had to repair my steel sword yet, and I've killed humans a couple of times now, so probably is about to break.
Here we are. Is there some way I might help you?
But Yogurt Buffy just doesn't really like make any sense. Alright. We just need to come up with an entirely different name.
Vineyard's glory days seem like a thing of the past.
It seemed better times, true. For bandits are not our only problem. Enormous yellow parasites, their ever-growing plague we also must contend with.
They are a
Maid
pain in the
Matilda
balls.
tried her best, but when folk fear to go out and work, what is she to do?
So again, I wasn't like too crazy about this armor right when we first made it. When I made it black, it made it a lot better, but it's grown on me. And I think what I like the most about it is how well it shows off all the detail in the vials and like just the accessories, and like when he's showing from the back how much detail you can see in his scabbards and everything, because there's not much going on with the armor. You can see all the accessory detail. I think it's cool.
All right, what do you have?
A yogurt Buffy sounds like something that was covered in your harassment course. Yeah, basically where I was going with it. Ah, Teshem Mutna armor. What is he? He's an armorer. Alright, so I can at least sell him off the crappy armor that I don't care about. Oh, he's got a lot of money, too. That's a plus. That. Shouldn't need those. Can I hang on to that just because it looks cool, so it might make it onto an armor display? Anything else to flog off to him that I can? Not giving me the worst amount of money for the stuff, but not good enough either. Not good enough to be worth doing. Don't know if I need that still or not. I don't think I do, but just in case. Yeah, I don't really need to break that stuff down, to be honest. Repair equipped. That's rare. No opportunity to play him in Gwent, even though he's a tradesperson.
See you later.
Like, that's pretty rare in this game. Almost every blacksmith and armor has the Gwent option. Like, it's fine, just surprising. No grindstone? Okay, oh, there is. Okay, now what? Yep. So we need to come up with an entirely new team name. And I can't just say Team Yogurt, because then I feel like I'm being self-grandizing or pretentious or something. Feel weird about it. While we're up here, let's see what that is. Why not? It's not that far by horse. Roach, what are you doing? I say this and then Roach will somehow prove me wrong. Move! And yes, to Buffy, who's wanting to ask the question, I intentionally ran over those people. Why? Because they were there.
Come on, Roach.
If I'm being honest. They were there and I was just tired of trying to get around obstacles, and so I ran them over. Had they, like, jumped out of the way, I wouldn't have made it a point to run them over. Oh. Does this mean we have a white around? Because I think these guys are always around when there's a white. Could be wrong about that. Oh. I thought that thrust got them both. Well, it got them both. I thought it killed them both, but the other one needed another hit. Oh well. There it is. 26th of July. Oh, they use our months? Unsure where to start a dig? Ask the nearest old washerwoman or old men whittling by the road. They know everything. Yes, I know it takes a great deal of patience and you have to separate the wheat from the chaff, but it's the best way to learn about local legends. That's how we came to find Fox Hollow, where we say the soil sprouts clay pots. You thought that thrust got them both. Well, you know. We dug up part of a vineyard on the outskirts of Fox Hollow, but what we found there, those were not pots, those were elven funeral urns. It seems the village was built atop an ancient Ensaid necropolis. That cemetery dates, by my reckoning, to the time before the first landing, so the graves might be full of valuables. The ancient elves buried their dead along with great wealth. We've already dug up a few choice baubles, but I'm sure if we look deeper we will find much more. Yeah, since grave robbing and building on cemeteries has gone so well in every work of fiction in which it's ever been done. 12th of August, today we started a new dig in a new location. Matthias spied a beautifully ornamented cameo in the ground, and when he tried to grab it, he discovered it was clenched in the hands of a skeleton. Anselm started to mock him, but quickly lost all desire to laugh. The valley was full of elven skeletons, men, women, even children. The bodies were all mixed, with limbs lopped off, many heads missing, and children with crushed rib cages. What happened here? What do you think? Massacre is the only time you get a mass grave like that. 14th of August, another sleepless night. Blood, cries, wails. I wake drenched in sweat, then I doze off for a moment, and the same happens again. I told my fellows to dig a deep hole. We'll throw that cursed cameo inside. It belongs in the ground with the rest of the dead. Good call. 16th of August. Matthias disappeared during the night. No one saw him leave camp. His things are all in place. Anselm says we should follow his example and flee while we still live, but I cannot leave like this. This valley is full of bones. Anselm screamed in my face, called me a madman, but I must tell someone what we have found. They say there is a group of archaeologists from Castle Groppin at the Termes ruins. Rest is covered in blood. Well, at least he had a decent intention in the end. It didn't seem to do him any good, but, you know, the thought was there. Yeah, Gray, once I made that comment, in my mind I'm like, oh, somebody's gonna say something about that one. Because it was pretty funny, even though I wasn't actually trying to be funny. Go away, wolves. Don't care about you. Not here for you. Okay. I think that was a bandit. Oh, yep. I was about to be like, I need to crouch and be sneaky, and I was like, oh wait, stealth does not exist in this game. Fuck, the only game I'm playing right now that has any stealth to it is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Which, if you haven't checked out my playthrough there, should be a link popping up in chat to the playlist. Do check it out, having a ton of fun with that. New episodes up typically on Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, unless, you know, life or something gets in the way. Occasionally miss one, but new episode was up on Sunday and a new one going up tomorrow, so do check that out. Having a lot of fun with that game. It's a great game. Speaking of Doom, also doing live streaming Doom, so if you haven't checked that out, please do. Link to that playlist also popping up in chat in a moment. I think. If my stream deck continues to do what it's supposed to do. It did! Every time I fix the messages, they stop working again, and I still haven't figured out why. Hello. I was gonna say, if he still gets that hammer wound up and hits me, I'm gonna be mad, because I started blasting him with fire before he even started. That's not allowed, this kind of beating. This is over. I mean, you're right about 1 point. This is over.
Let's dance.
Not how you intended. You brightly colored peacock, have some orange in the mix. YouTube's telling me it's not receiving enough video to maintain a proper stream. I feel that's probably a lie, because, well, OBS says it's sending proper amount of video and everything. There's another one of you. You walked right into it, you fool! I wanted to get the critical so they'd explode. The Ruddy Brush Aubrage. Got a new marker. I'm guessing, since it hasn't done the everybody coming back thing, that it did have a hic. Yeah, one reminds me a great deal of the other without, you know, the story having anything to do with being anything like and everything else, you know. I'm poorly articulating my point, though I know you know what I mean. You had one now, and now you're having another. Yeah, same. Super ironically, it did it mid Matt saying hiccup. That's kind of funny.
Is it over then?
Is it still the problem? Because among other things, it's also telling me that I have one viewer right now, so... Technically, I'm not sure if I'm talking to anybody or not. Oh, now I have two. Seems to be better now. Interesting. You're back to good? Alright. Cool. Don't know what happened there, sorry. Not sure if it was the YouTube end or if my internet had a wobble or what. Something. Thanks for letting me know so I can pause. Not that it really mattered in that one, but anyway.
That'll put an end to his ogling.
Go around and loot all the corpses finally. Wherever they happen to be. Corpses have been semi-difficult to find today.
You've not seen my old man, have you?
Sorry, I didn't mean to run into you. That one I didn't actually mean to run into, truly. Alright. What else we got around here?
Praised be our Lord Lepiota. You come in his name. You are his avatar.
Nope, just a witcher who happened to be passing through.
By the
And your
prophets
god's name sounds a lot like
He
Labia.
was your guide. He nudged your footsteps here.
If you say so.
What shall we call you, hero?
I'm Geralt. Geralt of Rivia.
Geralt! Lovely, it rings. Sacred it sounds. Do you thirst or hunger?
It's alright, ma'am. There are already plenty of songs about me.
Let me see what you're serving.
You had to manually set you back to 72060 though. YouTube was like, this dude needs to be in 140 or 1440. I hate it when it does that shit. I don't need that. Alright. Didn't want to sell it. Yeah, I get better prices for wine elsewhere. Lots of junk to get rid of. Which is fine, because I need the money. Not that any of this stuff really makes it add up all that quickly, but you know, it's something. Oh, really? There we go. Good enough. Also, an innkeep that we can't play in Gwent. That's also surprising.
Take care now.
You are sorely missed already.
Alright, she's a touch dramatic. By a touch, I mean very. It's fine, just...
There's a witch in these parts. Do they say what sort of devilry she works?
I've been hearing about this witch a lot. Hang on one second. So funny enough, even my preview, it reset to 144. Which is super annoying because every time I look over it, it makes me think the stream's gone to shit. So I had to alt-tab out and fix that so I didn't keep thinking the stream was going to shit. Alright. So now we need to come here. And... yeah, I'm just gonna fast travel to the tourney grounds and then come up here. Actually, wait a minute. Search Coronato for proof of sabotage. Alright. So I guess I should come over to Coronato before I continue to... before I solve the last problem here at Vermentino. And then it ends up completing the quest in the... because I'm assuming, because from a couple of the notes I've already found, it makes it seem like the same person's sabotaging both. So I don't want to accidentally solve one of their problems and just complete it in that way and then make, you know, because then it's gonna not be right, I don't think. Then it'll just seem like one of them was going after the other one, which they both think is the case, and it's not. So... I think come here and then go there.
What will the morrow bring?
I believe that would be the way to do this. Come, Roach, come! Come on, get on.
Faster.
I believe Geralt said faster, Roach. Why did you not go faster? I hate you, Roach. Oh man, thought I was gonna have human enemies for a minute. Die, die, die.
What now?
Oh, it was just one of them? Sweet. I do like that animation. Probably because I just think Toussaint is gorgeous.
You've spread quick!
Sorry, peasant, I hit the wrong button. I was not trying to roast you.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Stop being in the way. Is that it? Guess so. No. No. Seriously. Want to see what, if anything, was up here, Geralt? No, no. Thought I was for sure I was gonna take a little bit of damage from that. Alright, so up here, I guess. And I'm not gonna bother with Roche because she's down there, down a slight embankment, so it'll probably cause all kinds of issues, and it's close enough. I just going to run there. Ah, good. Human enemies. It's funny that I find it a treat to fight human enemies sometimes. It's more I just don't want any more of the plants. Once again I gave somebody the hiccups, which is probably the least of their concerns. And either way I'm about to cure their hiccups, because, you know, dead people don't hiccup. I believe you were thinking about shooting an arrow at me. I don't like that idea. Really, Geralt? That's what you get for shooting me with an arrow, you prick. You're praising the prophet for me decapitating you? I mean... Okay, whatever floats your boat, buddy. It's a bit serial killer-ish. Which part? I don't recall exactly what I said, so I'm not sure which thing I said. There's probably more than one thing that I said was serial killerish in that entire exchange, but... No, I'm curious as to which one actually you were talking about. I like how the red March treasure had, you know, had less worthwhile stuff in it than... Oh, it's because that's not what I got. There we go. Never mind. Unfinished report. As per your orders, Philibert, we joined Conrad Vade's expedition. A truly dense fool, that one. Set out from Caravista, meaning to land Exeter on his own, and best part is, he wasn't going to do any trading along the way. Said he'd made a bet with some pals that he could reach his goal in less than 80 days. Ah, finally a chance to hunt some human enemies. Yeah, fair enough. His wagon was chock full of supplies, along with an altogether weighty trunk of Nilfgaardian florins attached to the coach box. We drank and ate all night at the pheasantry on his coin. I've still got heartburn. Didn't hesitate a moment before agreeing to let us join him on his journey. Our suggestion to pitch camp outside the city didn't raise the slightest suspicion. Near finished the job without even getting our hands dirty, but alas, Zuzan swung the hammer a bit too weakly. Skull didn't crack at once, and even though that Cretan was drunk as a lord, he howled bloody murder and spooked the horses. To make things worse, they were already harnessed, so they dragged the wagon straight into the lake. We're eager to get the blazes out of here quick as possible, because this place is crawling with those bleeding knights-errant and ducal guardsmen. But as if out of spite, the wagons got stuck in the mud. A large ink blot renders the rest of the report illegible. So I'm forced to wonder if what he was reading, or if he was writing that, and the interruption was me killing him. I mean, that's my hope. But, you know.
Pucker up!
Hi. I'm not sure what that other idiot behind me is doing, considering he was behind me for a long time and didn't attack me once. How did he counter that? He was on flippin' fire. You'll diddle me with my own dingling. That's a very strange threat that you might need therapy for if I hadn't killed you. Oh! Okay, that's definitely a keeper. Ah, plum. I do enjoy plums. Wasn't that much in there. Did I not loot him? Guess not. Alright. Let's see if we can find some more long pig to hunt. I've always found that way of referring to humans is disturbing. Which is exactly why I use the word, just to kind of go back to Gray's comment about my serial killer comments. Going the wrong bloody way. Oops. It's easy enough to do. I don't even want that quest tracked right now. I should probably no. Alright, anyway, that's right, I did, veer off course, but that's okay. Investigate the Isle. Wine Wars. Deal with the problems at the Coronato vineyard, 2 of 5. And we'll track that one and knock some of these out then. One of which is where I was already coming. Okay. Of course it's these. Hi. Bye. Hi again. It's like the worst version of whack-a-mole ever. Come on. That didn't get him? That did. I was about to be like, what? That had to have gotten him. It was just a delayed spore thing.
Dead. Just dead.
Thanks, Geralt. That was a great analysis of the situation.
Blow itself didn't kill him. Bled to death afterwards.
See? No, that's actually some information.
What have we got here? No chance this letter wound up here by accident.
They generally don't. Fail me this time and I'll skin that splotchy hide off your rump. Pick up the next batch of seedlings tomorrow from the Teshamutna hatchery. We need to infect another spot at Coronato, but don't be late because the team from the vineyard on the other side of the river's got the key. Needed master oh, I don't agree with that.
Interesting. This note plus what I found earlier. Some third parties causing problems at the vineyards. Need to find the spot the letter mentions. And I'll find something mighty interesting behind whatever door this key opens.
Probably. Okay. Anything else around? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, it's not right. So wine wars, find the place mentioned in the letter. Vermentino, solve all the problems at the Vermentino. Coronato, solve them at Coronato. So I guess I don't need to do all the other optionals. Like solving those problems. But I probably should. Knock some of them out. So we'll go to that one, knock out both of these question marks, then go get the rest of these, and then we'll go explore the place indicated in the letter. Hello, bandits. Does it? Ah, look at that dude, he's just standing back there looking the other way, has no idea what's going on. Oh, now he's clued in. Welcome to the party, pal. Didn't want you to feel, you know, left out. He had remarkably low damage done to him until just a second ago. Got the exploding death out of that. Find that way too amusing. Alright, what we got here? Another letter. You never just zone out at work. Yeah, this dude took that to an extreme. Yeah, he was more than zoned out. He was like, what? Fight? I hear something. Why does it feel hot back there? Oh shit, what? Yeah. Something like that. To Premac, the bells of Beauclair, House of Pleasure. Okay. Little brother, I'll be short and to the point. Feck, Filbert, Sidestick, Starling, and Loth can lick my derriere. I'm on my own. Thanks to that flying silver hen, I can live like a Zarkanian pasha. The lads are glad too, because finishing off merchants is not all bad. Not all bad as work goes. Doesn't tire you much, and blood can be washed off. And what loot? Yesterday, for example, a caravan drove through full of barrels of rum and dried ham. Did we ever have ourselves a feast? Which is why I'm telling you, brother, ditch that brothel business and join my band of merry men. I'm sure Mum cries herself to sleep every night thinking of her son working in a bordello, and it'll do her heart good to know I've got an eye on you. Your elder brother, Bartholomew Martin Tchaikovsky. So Mom's gonna be disappointed because he's working in a bordello, but has no issue with you being a murderer and thief. Pretty sure my mom would take issue if I were a murderer or a thief. Not sure she would care if I worked in a brothel. Probably not. She'd certainly prefer it to be being a murderer or a thief. IMO. There and then up there, I think. I'm just gonna leg it. Is it still a brothel if the menu is male? I don't know, to be honest. Also, I wasn't sure if he was being, you know, male servicing that way or just working there like as a security bartender or some non-entertainment role. I guess could have gone either way. But I don't know the answer to that because I've never looked into it either. It's a good question. Because, like, you know, a male prostitute you typically call a John versus any of the other terms for some reason. So I wonder if a male brothel would be called something else. Nice one, Buffy. That was very good. Hell, you could be right. But also very funny. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if that's actually what it is, too. Hey. Die. Had to get my golden oil on the go. Get the poison healing instead of hurting. I think I killed that one. Alright. Another one of you. Die. How do you still have that much health left? There we go. Okay. else? Oh, you're right. Gigolo is the male prostitute and John's the client. Oh, and that does apply to both ways, actually. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking, actually. I guess I'm not all that upset that I bungled some horror term, you know, some various prostitution terminology, but whatever the way to say that would be, but my most cherished friend, Gustav, I yearn to thank you for our last rendezvous. At the very thought of another, I burst with rapturous joy. Can you believe two people previously unknown to one another could become so close so quickly? You asked if there's anything I prize most dearly. Well, Gustav, I have always had a fondness for flowers. My tragically deceased fiancé would gather them for me in the pits of broom. I'd be lying if I said I had ever seen blooms more fair. Ah, the very thought of you two would go to such lengths and pick me a bouquet with your own strong hands. It makes my heart skip a beat. If you were to bring me those blossoms, it would prove you truly love me. Yours forever, Bella de Gunnis. So you're sending people to their death. At least that's what it seems like to me. Yep. Alexander's journal. Burned all my bridges, no returning possible, not after I committed murder and took those Grandmaster diagrams. Probably already on my tail, hope to finish the deal quick and start a new life in the south. My time as a witcher is over, can't trust Delaunay, especially since he insisted we meet in a bandit's den, hid the diagrams in a cave, which no ordinary man will be able to enter. If everything goes smooth, I'll collect my coin, tell him the cash is in the pits of broom, then offer to escort him there for an additional fee. If it doesn't go smooth and someone finds these notes, know this, it was worth it. Worth killing my own, worth stealing, worth anything to escape from a miserable life on the path.
Every witcher's felt it. The urge to drop it all and ride off into the sunset. This one decided to act on the urge. Costs be damned. No one lives there anymore. Might still find some clues, though.
Might indeed. Now, is there anything up here? Guess not. No. Same way. Oh, now I found the Grandmaster feline diagrams. Some of them. Now there. Come on, Roach. This is a little far to run. According to Wiki, it's called a stable. Because, you know, guys are stallions. I've heard the female version referred to as a stable before, too, but... So if you date a gigolo, is that qualified as a stable relationship? Technically, you'd be having to date several of them. But I'll give you the badum-tisk anyway. Because it was still funny.
Camp's abandoned, but a lot of this damage is recent. Guess I arrived just a little too late. Should look around still.
Guess I shall.
Scale. Colors unusual. Silver? Never seen one like this.
I'm always waiting for an
Signs of a
appropriate
fight.
chance to use it.
Paw prints, beastly ones, that's clear. Just on this spot, though. Aerial attack. Must have been.
Thought I saw something over there. I did.
Blood. Of the fresh variety. Monster attack was recent. Man. Bled to death. What beast inflicted these wounds? Clear from the claw marks. Must have a toothy smile, too, judging by what ripped his throat open. Draconid. Gotta be. Maybe a basilisk? Except these areas don't want any variety on contract. Just wouldn't be the same damn beast is in the notice, though.
Didn't mean to do that.
Area's dangerous. I'd say there's a basilisk nesting around here. You'd be wise to remain at some distance.
Yes, I'm familiar with the matter, and quite proud to say a basilisk does nest here. I look after it personally.
Look after it? It's not exactly a pet. Beasts murdering folk who come through here.
Just a minute. It does not murder those who do not trespass upon its territory.
You post those warnings?
Indeed, to prevent anyone from coming to any harm.
Well, a lot of good they did. Got a freshly mangled corpse right here.
Most likely a merchant, the poor bloke. Just today, I learned 2 traders had chosen this route despite the signs. I came as quick as I could to warn them. Too late, alas. I've instructed my servants. They shall take the body, return it to the family with a generous sum as recompense.
Ancient Roman brothels had picture menus depicting services and prices. Oh, that makes sense. Families of the victims, you pay them off. Claim this is the last surviving basilisk. Plan to stick to that story. Who are you, fess up?
Claim this to be the last surviving basilisk? How do you figure?
The last of this subspecies. Their population was much larger at one time, see?
I'm curious about both of those things myself.
Mean to suggest a direct correlation between beechwood forest density and basilisk populations?
Indirect, I prefer to contend. Beechwood forests are the chief habitat of roe deer, you see. In turn, a staple of the basilisk diet. When roe deer grew scarce, basilisks made humans their staple food. Enter the witchers.
And thus, we've come to this one last specimen. It's a female. As recently as
I'm
last
thoroughly
year,
curious
we still had
myself.
2, but Jocast's mate passed on, alas.
Eocost?
Should she not have a name? My father dubbed her in honor of my dear departed mother. Jocast was brooding then. 2 eggs. That she cast from her nest, alas, when the male perished.
I don't really think they're...
Who exactly
It's
are
the
you?
last
And
one.
how'd you develop such an interest in the beast?
Count Borges.
Could be
happy
wrong.
to be of service. As to the beast, well, this subspecies is our dynastic symbol. The Desalfareses have for centuries signed with the Regulus Platinum. As family legend has it, a female of the species rescued an ancestor, a boy at the time, from a burning building. She took the tyke back to her nest, where she fed him as if he were one of her own youngsters.
Malarkey.
To be
Total
sure,
bullshit.
But beautiful malarkey it is.
I bet you can find the answer if you look a little bit.
Pay the victim's family's compensation? Why?
These lands have been my family's for decades, granted to us by Duchess Ademarta. Beyond them, the basilisk ventures not, hunts not, it does not kill or destroy. Provided it is not provoked. Yet if it does destroy, if it kills, I compensate all for the loss, from my own coffers.
Your coffers. Got a store of sons and husbands in there to compensate for those shredded by your beast?
Naturally, I cannot revive the dead, but I do make generous restitution to their loved ones. Just last summer, I paid a leather tooler's widow 800 crowns. This unfortunate merchant's family, to be duly indemnified as well.
Trying to decide how I feel about this, because they are trespassing on his property and they shouldn't be there, so... It's kind of like your dog attacking somebody that comes into your yard. The person had it coming.
Where's the basilisk nesting?
Can't find the
Any
answer
idea?
yet. Interesting.
Of course I have an idea, but you don't really expect me to tell you. Those are not toy swords. I know your intentions.
Find it myself then. Easy to track with its distinct paw prints. Mentioned 2 merchants, so I might also look for the other corpse.
No, I find it fascinating as well. Oh, it's the last silver basilisk, not the last basilisk. I'm kind of torn on whether or not to... what to do here. So did it give me a quest for it or not? Out of curiosity, where is that? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Okay, so... where were the tracks, though? People have equivalent of people trespassing on a nature preserve and then getting... yeah, it's the exact same thing. Which is why I'm not, like, too keen on hunting it to kill it.
These burn marks. Beast's venom make them? Subspecies must be highly toxic.
It is so indeed. A wound from a sterling basilisk festers long.
Need to brew a potion that'll neutralize that. Strange. These burn marks. Beast's venom make them? Subspecies must be highly toxic. Busted barrels. Contents spilled all over. Must have been tannin in there. Used to treat leather. Beast smashed the barrels. That's how the scent got on the scale.
Yokoko is so very curious. Strong sense, especially Intrigue. The barrels, they must have drawn her in. Drawn her to the caravan.
Busted barrels slimed with venom. Hallmarks of an attack. Basilisk must have caught the second victim here. Anyway, got 2 scents. Venom and tannin. Ought to be enough to track the beast.
Why track her at all? Your caste is protected. Her death would forever destabilize the ecosystem. Who knows what would happen? I see unforeseeable consequences down the line. Simply refrain from provoking her. Harm her not, and she too will leave you untouched.
I've long suspected they do it on purpose. Scent their goods. They seek to lure the basilisk to destroy their wares. It allows them to demand compensation from their assurers.
I suppose that's a possibility. Okay, so where's the flippin' scent? There it is. And why won't Geralt run? Oh, I'm over encumbered. There. I really hate following scents. They're very difficult to follow sometimes. Oftentimes.
Odors dispersed. Seems to be everywhere. Basilisk must be high in the sky. Blood stains. Clear as day.
Those are a bit easier to find.
Sense perceptible again. Just
So
as
the
I
merchant.
expected, second victim, but relatively unscathed. Basilisk must have been dragging him back to its nest for later. Dropped him for some reason. Wonder why.
To have a bad sense of direction. I do actually have a bad sense of direction. That's true. Dear Gaston, in reply to your question regarding the planned transport route for the barrels of tannin, allow me to confirm the official itinerary supported by the guild still goes through the lands belonging to Count de Salvares. The board sees no reason to deviate from our traditional path. The Count has pledged to cover all eventual damage caused by the Great White Terror, so even in the case of the destruction of the entire cargo, the guild will suffer no monetary loss. Okay, it doesn't mean it's not a stupid thing to do. Also kind of confirming his suspicions. Alright. Where? Who's talking and where?
Here's something, but it's no basilisk screech. Human voices.
What the hell?
Yamo, Harry, prepare the equipment. Beast wandered off somewheres. We got to lure it back. And who might you be?
Funny, about to ask you the same.
They call us the Reavers.
Reavers? Wouldn't happen to hail from Crinfrid, would you?
Aye, we do. But how's it you know? And again, who the hell are you?
God. I'm God.
Geralt of Rivia. I'm a witcher. Know your brethren in arms. Bohold, Kennet and Desperate, New Boy too.
Ah, you're that witcher. Aye, Bohold mentioned you. Said you swing a mean sword.
A professional. Good you came along. Could take on the brute together. Talk is the venom's something horrifying. Could use another pair of hands. Fee what we've gotten from the guild, we'll share it fair and square. You in?
Gentlemen, this hurts my ears and pains my heart. You aim to kill your caste? It cannot be. The creature is protected.
If you fear to lose the guild's reward, I shall repay it, and reward you doubly to leave the beast be. You cannot slay the last living specimen of a near-extinct subspecies.
Willing to pay, are you? Long as we do nothing? That's rather novel. What say you to that, master? Far as I know, beasts culled the human race by 5 already.
Basilisk lives for now. We're not gonna kill it.
A witcher defending a beast. Ever seen that, lads? You like them peaches?
Ah, no scrapping with filth today, it seems. But, you made some mention of coin, as I recall.
I did indeed, and the word once given...
Your share, Witcher.
Cool, I got paid for not killing.
Easiest job I've ever done. Godspeed, Witcher. Strange working with you. Strange, but nice.
Fair enough.
Godspeed, boys.
I made quite a bit off that as far as
I thank you.
these things go.
I'll take great care she not dine on any other souls.
Gotta try harder. Figure out a way to keep folk out of this area.
That I shall do. Master, you must accept more.
I suggest a minefield.
Had you not come along, the reefers would surely have slain my Yokast.
Okay. I see no reason not to take more money. He's got plenty of it, and I didn't hit him up for it. He offered it. I wasn't extorting him or anything, and I could use it.
Must have sensed a threat. Likely to return eventually, though.
She'll return. Always does. I suspect I might even know where she's gone. I tracked her away and believe she might have found a new mate. It's an ordinary basilisk, not a silvery one. But something might come of it. Who knows? Your cust could lay new eggs. Perhaps produce an entirely new crossbreed.
Sure hope not. Take care.
Because if she does and they start killing, I come back and kill them all. Alright, now back to where I was going in the first place. If you ever join a company where the uniform requires you to shave your head and not wear a shirt, I mean, I'm already halfway there. I'd have to shave my head anyway. They're not wearing a shirt bit. I mean, well, if I look like they did with their shirts off, I might not have a problem taking my shirt off. Probably still wouldn't be the sort to walk around shirtless all the time, but
come on now.
There I go, killing again. Wait, what? New marker, persons in distress. Okay, so this cave goes off in a couple of different ways. Could you, like, get out of the direct line of fighting, woman? Because I really want to kill them with fire, but you're making this difficult. You can stop cowering. They're dead.
Thank you, noble knight. I'd ventured north in search of herbs for a new flavored wine. When suddenly...
Calm down. It's over.
the bung diddlers kidnapped me. In hopes of collecting a ransom, I'm sure. But
the
with
bung
Master
diddlers.
Liam's troubles, he never could have paid them. Ah, but I'm free and safe, thanks to you. Should you need any herbs, I've a hearty stock at the Coronato. Will you work me there?
It sounded like she said, "Will you work me there?" It's not.
Lead the way. Right behind you.
Just tell me I don't actually have to follow.
Here we are.
Of course, now I have to get myself back there.
Thank you for the rescue. Wish to look over my stock?
Master Liam doesn't seem...
No pants sounds like a potentially fun job.
He tries as best he can. It's not his
Of course, I guess I would get fired if I misread it.
Plague upon plague.
Plagues? What kind?
Well, the enormous yellow man-eating sun juice, for instance. You cannot set foot into the brush for fear of coming out a head shorter.
There is that.
Show me what you got.
Turns all ability points. Returns all ability points spent to develop abilities. Turns all ability points spent to develop mutations. Alright. I mean, I don't need either one of them at the moment. I was just curious. Oh. Okay, not giving me good prices and stuff.
Thanks. See you later.
I think she's making googly eyes at me. Okay, now where actually am I? Okay, so I need to get back up there so I can travel there again, at least. Signpost, oh signpost, where are you? Should be somewhere around here, I think. Or not. Getting old. Now back up here and then into there. Because there was most definitely stuff in there to get. Still. I'm trying to think of a job that would actually have the no shirt uniform policy. Other than the obvious things. Not for any real reason other than Dick came up and shits and giggles and such. I like how Roach is just still there. Almost didn't make the jump. Not that it would really matter, I don't think, but never know. Dirty letter. I'll be short and to the point. You're going to grab Liam's herbalist and keep him from finishing production of that new wine. Leave the girl alone till I send more orders. Don't mess this up, you bum-brained beetroot. He messed it up. I mean, he didn't really mess it up. I came and killed him. Which, in the end, he messed it up because, you know, he's dead, but... Seriously over encumbered again, for God's sakes. Okay, what else is in this cave? No reason not to get a little light on the subject. Oh, is that all? That's disappointing. They made it seem like it went somewhere else. Oh well. What can you do? Okay. Not gonna go up there because I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot looting. I'm gonna go there and then find some place to go and offload all this crap that's weighing us down. 'Cause there is a lot of it. Garden treasure, you say? Come on, Panther. Come on. I was gonna say, I'm not hiding, I'm standing out in the open. Yeah, like I was rolling around in the fire. Or maybe he was trying to stop, drop, and roll, and then... Bye. Orders for Calvin. Calvin, you know I like you. Unlike the rest of this lot, you've got a good head on your shoulders, but this thing about a panther, seriously, lad. You've adopted a diddling panther. A few of their men come back to camp with their bums so bitten they'll have to do standing up for weeks, and the very thought of going back on patrol has them shaking so hard their seams burst. This can't go on. Heard you've even gone so daffy as to give it a name. Hobbs the Panther? You're completely off your nut, aren't you? Calvin and Hobbs. That's funny. Now concentrate, because I don't feel like repeating this. The lad who brought you this letter is carrying a hefty coin pouch. That's the lion's share, no bleeding pun intended, of the loot from our last job. The pouch is yours, but you take that overgrown kitty somewhere out in the wilderness and slit its throat. Simple enough. For the sum you're getting from me, you'll buy yourself 2 pure-blooded greyhounds, and we can forget the whole thing. That's me being generous. Don't make me change tacks. Stragon. I guess that didn't happen. Definitely didn't happen. Come here, Roach. Yes, yes, I know I'm over encumbered. No. We'll go there. Let's see what we got. It is a trading post, so it stands to reason I might be able to dump off some goods. Oh wait, no, this is the one that's been ravaged. Never mind. It's not the one I thought it was. Alright. Either way, I can fast travel from here, though. First things first, we can go home, store the stuff we're keeping. And then go from there. Okay, there's a potion for this. What is it? There's one that increases my carry weight for a time. There we go. Did I ever play Rock Band? I don't think I ever played Rock Band. I played Guitar Hero. Which I know it's not the same game, but... That's right. I don't have any other armor stands right now. Okay. Well, before the buff wears off. Okay. Does any of this look good enough to possibly keep? No, not really. Pretty looking. Oops. There we go. Yeah, similar, but that negates the next question, which was going to be, which role did you play with Guitar Hero? There is one role. Fair enough. But yeah, no, I've never played Rock Band. I know of the game, but yeah, I've never played it, just Guitar Hero, and which I haven't played in forever either. So I don't know which role I would have preferred for Rock Band, to be honest. Probably not guitar, because I always found guitar for Guitar Hero to be difficult, particularly if it's a song I knew how to play, because it's not the same as playing the guitar at all. So
I do not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Say thank you.
To be paid.
That's it.
You're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I cut it short.
Yes, years of suffering. You know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family's long gone now. The last of my kin perished decades past. I fear I've nowhere to go.
This is a big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly? I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
Yeah.
after all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food that fortifies, nourishes, to delight in the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen. Eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier. Thank you.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry. I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
Do just that. Thanks.
When in Rome, yes, participate in orgies. I mean, so what role did you play in Rock Band? Since you were going to ask me the question that I ruined by not having played it.
I'd never expect someone with your past to feel drawn to the kitchen.
Do you fear I will cook in your home as I brewed as a white?
Counting on you having slightly better taste as a human.
Of that, you can be sure. I loved cooking, even as a child. My gran was a true master in the kitchen. Her spit-roasted ox was famed throughout the land.
Thought you were a lady, owned an estate.
Do you mean to say a woman of my rank should have had a cook? You're right, of course. And I had the best of cooks. But I devised the dishes myself. They only prepared them.
Well, there you go. Vocals, you're rubbish at instruments, so that you have had half a mind to give bass a try. Give it a go. I mean, if you hated to sell off the stuff, just, buy cheap gear to see if you like it. I'm terrible at drums. I'd probably try vocals too. I'd probably try them all and see which one I liked in the context of the game, but I might be a vocals person as well for this similar reasons.
You sure you don't feel lonely out here?
I cannot say yet. Too little time has passed since you freed me of my thrall, but somehow, for now at least, I do not feel drawn to the city, to others.
Visited others' homes as a white.
Yes, but ever at night, when all were asleep, I went in search of spoons.
Remember, you can always change your mind. Decide you've lived here long enough, just say the word.
I'd never wish to seem ungrateful.
And I'd never want you to stay against your will. See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
Renovations coming along all right?
Wonderfully. The furnishings you last had me order have arrived.
Excellent. Actually, I don't want to do any renovating
Thanks.
right now.
Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Me oh my! A
Oops.
witch fella!
Yeah, I live here. You would think you'd know that since apparently you live here too, kid. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, now I want to come here so I can get rid of some of this stuff. Oops.
Behold, I see better.
Good lord, that person's got a bad cough. Okay, where the flip are the entrances? No. Down along the backside here?
Where's the door? Maybe there's some new sheeps.
Appearances deceive, which
There we go.
beware.
Yes, appearances do deceive. Thanks. Thanks for the tip.
You need new breeches? Gauntlets, perhaps? What say you, fair knight?
Got some crap to sell you.
What have you got there?
Nope, not that. That's actually pretty cool looking. I might switch it. Actually, no, I'm not because it's gold. Alright, can't get rid of any of the rest of that crap, alright.
So long.
That's that one.
Oh, look!
Yes, yes, I know.
Show me what you have.
Don't care what you have, I just want to sell you a bunch of garbage. Really? Okay. Get rid of a little bit of this stuff. Doesn't cost that much to break down. But we'll still give him a little bit of money to buy stuff for me. He's even got a little bit left over. How about that?
Farewell.
No, see you later.
Okay, much better. Ooh. And he probably has some money for me too.
Guards full of things that worry not and drink.
Because surely I've knocked off some of the things that needed doing on his list. At least I would imagine.
Greetings, knight. Much is said in Beauclair of your bravery and dedication. Thus you've secured a claim to compensation. Sign here, please.
Ah, nice. 200. That's a decent amount.
Well, see you later.
Go in peace, fair knight.
Okay, now let's figure out where we want to go. We're gonna finish off Wine Wars. The Deus and the Machina.
Shall say title it all and go hurt sheep.
Falling lads behind the drum with collars.
Curious as to who is wanting both vineyards to fail so badly. I'm sure it's going to turn into somebody wanting them to both go up for auction for being in disrepair so they can buy it cheaply or something to that effect. I'm guessing. That's how these things usually go. The ruins that shall be. You'd be rubbish on drums too, but there's one great song that seems like it would be a blast to do the drums for. I think drums would be a blast to play. I've never taken lessons or seriously tried to learn, but I mean, back when I played guitar, I've been in a lot of bands. And, you know, every band has a drummer, and I've tried many times and just, could not do it for shit, which is frustrating because I was such a good guitar player and pretty good at trumpet when I played at school and, a variety of other things, but just drums could not get the hang of to save my life. Not even, basic beats. I just... no good. I will admit it. Oh. Thought that was a giant chicken or something at first. So I've been here before, but apparently not bean shays. Guess I hadn't explored this area even though I've discovered it. Son of a bitch. Since I obviously hadn't taken her out yet. Which makes me wonder what's around here. I'm hearing something, I just don't know what I'm hearing, and I can't tell where it is. Oh, there it is. Hey, come down here. It's very vibrantly colored forktail compared to a lot of the other ones, I feel like. Very weak forktail. Have you ever heard Go With The Flow by Queens of the Stone Age? I'm sure I have. I'm not a fan of Queens of the Stone Age. Which I know many people find to be sacrilegious since it's Dave Grohl and all that, but just not a fan. But I've probably heard the song. Okay, let me up there. Clearly I'm supposed to be able to get up there. Oh, actually maybe not. It's just an enormous ballista. I feel kind of cheated. Surely there's going to be something in around here worthwhile, given that's technically a high-level difficult wraith. I just, you know, dispatched her pretty easily because I've had a lot of practice at dying by wraith, so you know. One of the funnest drum tracks you've encountered. Yeah, fair enough. That's not surprising. Like I said, they're a good band. I can't get in. I just don't like them. There are a lot of bands like that where I'll be like, they're an amazing band. I just can't get into them. But you know, there's that being one of them. Anything? An awful lot of this to this place to not have like anything in it. Well, anything overly worthwhile, I guess would be the better way to say that. Surely I'm... You know what? Just kind of over this place now. Oops. There may very well be something else here, but I've kind of lost interest in trying to find it because it's an obnoxious place to explore. Yeah, you totally get that. It took you a while to find Ghost songs I liked. Ghost has a lot of... I've actually liked all of the Ghost songs I've heard. They're definitely different too, and I can see how they wouldn't be people's cup of tea, but I've actually really enjoyed them. 1000 Foot Ninja... Is it 1000 Foot Ninja? 12 Foot Ninja? Whichever. I can't remember. Whatever the name is. Like, they're an amazing band. Like, they're so good. I hate their music, but they're amazing. Find the place mentioned in the letter. A banana. Search the warehouse using your Witcher senses. Your issue with Ghost is the singer. He doesn't have a lead singer voice. I can see where you could say that. I think it's cool. I like it, but I think it fits their music, but... I can see what you're saying. Like, I can see where you would feel that way. God damn it. I say, it has to be dead pretty soon.
more saplings? Takes a degenerate to cultivate something like this. Need to incinerate them. Focus on spores and spread.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like more already are. Side of stock taking Vespi. Some bulbs are now too mature to be safely transported. These should be burned, otherwise they will sprout in the hatchery. Okay, so basically they're sending the bulbs to all the two wineries.
He's behind the sabotage at both vineyards. Gotta tell Matilda and Liam.
Why do I still hear more? I wonder if the key opened the door up here. Probably not. Hey Sassy, how are ya? Nice of you to come by. Happy to see you. It's like taking a backup singer and putting them front, and he lacks that "fuck you, listen to me" quality that a good lead singer needs. You like some of their tracks a lot, and you definitely don't hate the band, but that's been your biggest hurdle to enjoying them. Fair enough. I hadn't had that feeling about it, but like I said, I think I can see where they're coming from. I kinda wish there were a marker there, but that's okay. Fast travel back there. Roach.
Let's go.
Go.
That's it, Roach.
Strike. Yes, I was bowling with the humans. Because they were walking all spread out like annoying people. Alright. You know what? No. Just not even messing with those ruins again. Go, Roach. Hell.
Come on.
Oh, at least they're not the arch spores, I guess. More subterranean whack-a-mole enemies. One down. It is satisfying being able to cut them in half, I will admit that. God damn it. Damn things.
Giant centipede spawning ground. Should destroy it.
My darling Jocelyn, I trust this letter finds you in good health. You are aware, for how could you not be, of the wild passion I feel for you and how overwhelmingly I long for you to become my husband. Yet... it's the same lady. Yet since we are to stand together at the marital altar, surely you also understand I need to garb myself appropriately to prepare a wardrobe befitting such a moment. I already have an organdy dress, but no slippers. I've heard the latest rage in the Empire are slippers made of giant centipede hide. So I ask you, my darling love, to hunt such a beast for me, or two, to be sure the Shermaker doesn't run out of material. Bella de Gunnis, so she just keeps sending her fiancés to their doom. Rats was the first Ghost song that kind of got me on board. Then there were the remix of Dance Macabre, then Square Hammer. I think Square Hammer might have been the first one I heard, actually. I'm trying to remember which one Rats was. And to be fair, I haven't heard a ton of their catalog. I really do like the cover of Dance Macabre, though.
Slow now.
Alright. Not even thinking about going to the ruins again, because they're just being a pain in the ass all around. Let's get back here. There should be a signpost. Easy peasy, no big dealy. Get off the road. My patience for pedestrians is worn thin. I'll have to watch that remix later. Oh, Liam, Matilda, I have solved all of your world's problems.
Have you any news?
This vineyard, Belgaard, why is it so valuable?
You are not from here, it certainly shows. Before Count Crespi fell prey to the beast, Belgaard belonged to him. As a man of wealth and influence, he guided it to immense success. Brought in rare grape varieties, hired skilled workers. I shan't trouble you with unnecessary details. Suffice to say that merging Belgaard with another vineyard is a sure recipe for success.
One and the same man caused Coronato's and Vermentino's problems. Got proof. A certain Count Crespi. He's at the root of it all.
What, Crespi? Belgaard's erstwhile owner? Why, that's impossible.
Got it all here, in writing.
He did indeed have motive. He knew well his own vineyard could not survive if Vermentino and Coronato were to join forces.
Probably why he incited the feud. Pulled it off, too, mostly. Just failed to bring his plan to completion when the beast got him.
Incredible. You mean to say it wasn't Liam?
Nope.
I was certain my troubles were Matilda's doing.
Nope.
In light of new evidence, the most just resolution would be for both injured parties to share oversight of Belgaard.
Wait just a minute. Do you mean to suggest we're to cooperate?
It's the optimal
Sacre
solution,
bleu!
yes. In terms of the health of the enterprise as well.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I do believe he's right. Perhaps it is time to bury the hatchet.
If you know what I
Vineyards
mean.
are more than one. There's much to be gained. So be it.
I'm glad we've come to an agreement. One question remains. What's to become of Coronata and Vermentino?
Got caught up in the investigation. Still got problems there, but I'll clear them up.
Excellent. Then we shall await news in the matter. Preferably good news.
Now you're thinking of typo negative. That's funny. Wine Wars Consorting, eh? Now I'm going to help the consortium. Oh, he says that. I didn't even realize. Alright, and on that joyous epic completion note, I am going to do a quick BRB, so stay tuned and I will be back in just a few minutes. Alright, I am back. There we go, got the mic moved where it needs to go. Why? Because Peter Steele, that's why. God damn it, I'm lost on that one. Oh, that's pretty. Geralt, stop moving. Damn it. Where is it? Ah, that actually worked. Hopefully a couple of those will at least, you know, come out okay. Peter Steele is the lead singer of Typo Negative. Probably should know that, but didn't.
Greetings, monsieur. You need something?
I don't know. Nope.
See ya.
Alright, where are we going next? Okay, over there. And I don't think there's really any point in fast traveling a little bit of the ways there. I think it'll just take longer and end. Yeah. Shame to admit, I did not realize that was his name. Good live band, though. Saw him once opening up for Ozzy with Sepultura. Long time ago. Okay, which way do you want me to go then? Now you want me to go that way, okay. Look at that moon.
Not so fast, Roach.
Hopefully some of those will come out. Getting good screenshots from this game has been very difficult. At least I found it to be difficult. Some games make it pretty easy, Horizon Zero Dawn. Valhalla's not bad for it. Hidden treasure, huh? More trolls of the rock variety. Don't think I can negotiate with them, but I'll try. But just in case. May as well be prepared and all that. Where the hell is my ogre oil? Can I make better ogre oil? I bet I can. Aether. Need one white gold. Of course I do. Eh. There we go. Why is it? Why it shouldn't even allow me to put that on there? It's also giving me the wrong oil. That's why. Okay. Guess I don't have the option to negotiate. I was gonna try not to kill your ass, but... Damn it. Doing a lot of damage with their stupid throwing rocks at me. How do you like what I throw? Bastards. Now I'm on fire. I say, I was waiting for him to just fall over dead. Really? Rock trolls. At least I got more livers for more decoctions, though. At the very least, since I couldn't negotiate with them. Brother, enough of this hesitation, this fretting, these feelings of guilt. Liam Coronato pays you practically nothing, and you've got a family to feed. So do as I say, load up a cart with barrels of that new spiced wine, and in the night, quiet as a mouse, haul it away from the estate. Head northwest, and when you cross the stream, you'll find men waiting for you. Give them the barrels. They must be desperate to get this wine, because merely as down payment, they've handed me a pleasantly heavy pouch. Just be careful, because a pair of those vile rock trolls hunt in the Blessure Valley. Not anymore. How'd trolls end up there, you ask? They were imported for the tourney for knights to battle for the crowd's amusement. Thing is, they fled the transport and began slaughtering their way across the land. Kinda like the Shalmars. They should stop importing monsters for this stupid thing. P.S. Hide the share of the down payment I've sent, because if someone finds you with that kind of coin, they'll start asking questions and our business will end quicker than it began. P.P.S. My advice, bury it in a pile of dung, no one will look there. Some truth to that, I guess. It's really that far away? Oh, it's just back there, okay. Alright, well. Back there we go.
Come on now.
Never have been able to get the follow road to work much in this. do have to say in Valhalla it works quite well most of the time. Every now and again, not so much, but the vast majority of the time it works pretty well.
Run, Roach.
Never has so much in this one, though. Didn't on the PlayStation version either. I haven't actually tried to use the follow road on Cyberpunk. Actually, I can't remember if there is one. If there is, it probably doesn't work well. And that's not me bagging on the game. I actually really enjoy it. I'm just saying, since they're both CDPR games, I'm guessing they don't, they both share the lack of quality in that feature. Thank you for the overcoat you sent. It shall surely come in handy. I am healthy and in full strength, never worry. What's more, I have fantastic news. I will be earning a spot of coin. The amount I'll send you before St. Barnabas' Day will easily cover both the repairs to the roof and the debts to the bailiff. I've taken on some extra labors. We will build a fence along the edges of a rather expansive wood. Count de Salvares means to use it to protect his pet from some sort of reavers and witchers. Ah, there we go, he's building the fence, that's smart. This pet of his is a basilisk or some other cruel beast, but don't worry, I'm safe. The Count will bring the creature a cow or pig or at least a sheep every morning to ensure it's well fed and shall go straight to sleep. Everyone at court is aghast at this appalling waste of livestock, but a rich man can do as he wishes, I suppose. I mean, what's the difference between a basilisk eating it and a human eating it? I send you warm embraces and hope you remember if things ever get bad where you're at, just come join me. I've already arranged a position for you with Count de Salvares. And a nice one too, indoors. He's a good man and even honest for a count. Big kisses, you're ready. Guessing Eddie might be one of the people that got killed. Well, I don't think he was one of the ones that was trying to cheat him.
That stench.
A reasonable amount of money. No, we're not going to find the boot black. We're going to... Where did it go? There. Alright, so the tourney grounds is probably the best place to go. And... So... Okay, you're back. You're now on the 55-inch TV. Feel free to stretch your arms if you need. Thanks. I knew you'd gotten quiet. I didn't realize you'd actually gone anywhere. But that would explain it. Welcome back.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
Agreed. And last trump honor.
Not sure what's being yelled about there, but who knows. No, just keep going. Didn't want you to stop.
Begone from my sight.
Watch it or I'll set you on fire. That's what I do, you know. Oh, for God's sakes. Geralt, stop getting stuck on things. Bye-bye. And everyone's happily working again.
The Dachi saved, you can take some time off.
Oh. I don't know if they're happily working, but they're working. Letter to a lover, my darling Melanie. I write you this letter while lapping up the last rays of sun, which is just now hiding behind the horrendous crest of Mount Gorgon. It shall not be a long letter for two reasons. The first, it will soon be too dark to write, and the second, I have important duties to attend to. Miss Matilda has ordered me to see to the security of the newly built vineyard on Pavone Slope, and to see to it attentively, for ill business is afoot of late at our Vermentino. When not bandits, it's these yellow monstrous parasites. I'll spend some time here withering with longing for you, my darling, like a vine pining for the touch of life-giving light. Yours forever, Laurent. Forever, but not for long, because he died, obviously.
I'd rather be an eagle than a quail. Yes, I should.
From bats to box, a marvelous process. Top of the traps, please. Can I do something for you?
Find formulae for all kinds of dye. Not that I really needed it, but... Alright, is that everything around y'all?
Even a horse drops if you ride it with a constant gallop.
Okay, good. Good. Where are you, Roach?
An eagle than a quail. Yes, I should. If I only could. I truly would.
Interesting song that guy's got going on there. Apparently he wants to be an eagle. And not a quail. Guess we'll ride back to the tourney grounds.
Run, Roach.
Think you swear you ran up and down these stairs taking this puppy out on potty breaks? Well, yeah, that's kind of part of having a puppy. You better at least lose some weight with all this extra exercise. I mean, in theory, you shall. What's everyone yelling about?
You're two ways about it.
Literally because I rode through with my sword out? That's goofy.
The steward told me you dispatched those
On the upside, at least the puppy's telling you.
Master Witcher, have you any news?
That's good.
Solved your problems. Coronato and Vermentino can both go back to operating normally.
Under the circumstances, it is my pleasure to announce that title to the Belgaard vineyard will officially be signed over to the new consortium the two of you shall form.
Truly? I cannot believe it! We've done it!
Oh, thank you, Witcher.
Neither of you did a damn thing.
Could start with my reward.
Yes! Well deserved, I dare say. Here.
That's actually a decent reward.
but I've a feeling a professional's aid might yet be useful to you. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Come with me. It is high time you saw Belgaard.
I'm not sure I liked his tone. Come with us, Witcher. Something tells me we shall have work for you yet.
All right, let's go.
My
May
desire
as
for
well.
Belgaard to pass into capable hands was no idle whim, for the vineyard's fallen upon hard times since its previous owner's demise. I've been told of workers dying on their rounds, monsters prowling about. Before anyone can call this home, they will have to deal with these, inconveniences. That is the minister's wish.
More work for me, I guess.
If you're willing, we'll gladly accept your help.
Sure.
Agreed, I guess.
That's a weight off my chest, I must say. Your reward shall be fair, I promise.
I'll get to work.
Indeed. We will get to work on that next stream, because I think this is an outstanding place to wrap up. If I don't say so myself. Well, I did say so myself. Whatever. The fact that I was running over children with your warhorse, with my warhorse, well, you know what? They were all running and screaming before I ran over anyone. In fact, well, no, I would have run over people probably anyway, but I would have run over less had they not started running and screaming and running in front of me. But it might be the fact that I have my sword out, but still. I mean, they know who I am. I'm not gonna come lopping their heads off or anything. I mean, I might if they keep, like, running and being annoying. But, you know, that's their fault for being annoying. It's the fate of an NPC. You're too annoying, you get, you know, murdered. It's a rough life an NPC leads. It's usually not fun. But yes, I believe Buffy to actually be correct about why they were yelling, and now I'm just being a wise ass. But yeah, I think it's because I have my sword out. But still, they should know that, you know, me having my sword out's just nothing, you know. Because this channel has very clearly an early established policy on children. I'm never gonna live that down, am I? God forbid there come a game where there's actually killing of children, like when I played Days Gone. I'm pretty sure you actually kill child zombies in that, if I'm not mistaken. You'll take a word for it that you're running around with your sword out, elicit screams from the local populace. I mean, that would elicit screams from the local populace. I mean, I would imagine. Maybe some snickers, I don't know. Imagine some screams, because, you know, middle-aged dude running around with his sword out is generally frowned upon and, well, you know, undesirable, I guess, in general public. There are places where it's probably smiled upon instead of frowned upon, but not the general public, not where children are present, especially, back to that. But yeah, I'm never gonna live the children thing down. Oh, I made one bad decision and some children got eaten, and, you know, now I'll never hear the end of it. What can you do, right? What can you do? And then they just keep coming up and everything since. Though I don't think I've been responsible for the death of any children in Valhalla. There are no children in control. Doom... no children. Ren Fair, that's the only place that comes to mind. Yeah, then it's appropriate. Well, actually, no. Even at the Ren Fair, you have to have the peace ribbon on, so you actually cannot at all run around with your sword out at the Ren Fair, or you'll get in lots of trouble. I'm not sure what they do. Perhaps other people with swords come after you that know how to use them better? I don't know. Or perhaps, you know, modern enforcement with firearms telling you to drop the sword and come with them. That's probably what would happen, but yeah. So technically not even there can you run around with your sword out. It is not allowed. But good thought. Now I can't think of anywhere. Oh, I know, like LARPing. The live action role playing and, like, you know, reenactments and stuff, then it's perfectly acceptable to have your sword out. In fact, it's probably encouraged unless you're somehow in a role that's not fighting. But well, I guess we digressed far off the point. Anyway, that was Wine Wars, or the majority of Wine Wars. Belgrade, or Coronato, whatever the hell. Now we're about to do Belgrade, whatever it's called. Belgaard. There we go, Belgaard. Keep wanting to say Belgrade because of Ireland, but Belgaard. It looks like we have that one left, but we wrapped up 3 arcs of the Wine Wars quest at least. And then we will wrap up the last of it, I think. At least I think this is going to be the last of it. Starting next stream, which should be Saturday, because Thursday, of course, is Thursday night rage stream with Doom. Can't very well let that go. If I need to get your Dirk out, find someone to roleplay with. Got it. Basically, yeah. That's the takeaway from that Gray. If you need to get your Dirk out, find somebody to roleplay with. You know what? I made the executive decision that gets your button pushed. I'll push your button. Anyway, that has been a fun episode of Witcher 3 Blood and Wine expansion. Thank you everybody for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. Be much appreciated. If you didn't, I guess give it a thumbs down. Constructively tell me why in the comments. Did say constructively. But I hope you liked it. And I hope you will tune in next time. Thursday night will be Doom Eternal. Thursday night rage stream. Link to that playlist should be popping up in chat. Nope, never mind. It's not going to work now. It was working earlier. Now it's not stopped. Or now it's stopped working. I don't know why. I don't understand what the hell's wrong with my stupid stream deck. Actually, I don't know if it's my stream deck or if it's a YouTube thing, because every time I get it working again, like, I literally delete the account off the stream deck and reload the same account, and then it's fine. And then it goes to poop again. But Buffy coming in for the win and showing the Doom playlist, so yeah, Thursday night will be that. Tomorrow a new episode of Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be up, roughly 9 a.m. Not roughly, unless YouTube doesn't put it out when it's scheduled to be, 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow. That will be up, and Buffy's in with that one as well. And then, yeah, Saturday we'll be back to Witcher, 10:15 a.m. Pacific. I have a feeling she'll be popping the link to that playlist as well. And at that point, there'll be all of the things, and now she is popping in Control. If you want to catch that Let's Play series that I finished a month or 2 ago. Had a lot of fun with that game, and it's definitely a mind bender, so be ready to put your... I don't want to say put your thinking cap on, but yeah, just be ready to have your mind blown by that game in a variety of ways. But it's definitely a fun one to watch. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Take care, stay safe out there, stay healthy out there. Remember the immortal words of Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. Gray, Buffy, Sassy, thank you all for coming by, much appreciated, and I will see you all next time. Oh yes, and thank you also, and now I've forgotten the entire stream. Escape the Mind Productions. There we go. I knew I was gonna get a word wrong for coming by earlier. Also a fun channel to check out. Yeah, he's currently doing some. He's doing a live stream on Horizon Zero Dawn, my favorite game of all time, and something I am going to be streaming when I finish either Witcher 3 or Doom. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, check out his stuff. It's he's doing a pretty good production value on it. But anyway, until next time, take care everybody, stay safe, thank you, and I will see you later.